I am delighted to welcome, as our first speaker for the evening, to tell us about our first angle on urban design and mental health in Hong Kong, Paul Zimmerman. As well as being a district councillor, Paul is co-founder and CEO of Designing Hong Kong, which is a non-profit organisation that helps Hong Kong's planning for a sustainable, healthy city. So just before he has to run off, he's going to set the scene with a practical way in which urban planning could improve mental health in Hong Kong and a new initiative. And I apologise, let me see if I can find the slides. Okay. I'm warning you, you're not going to get through 213 before you have to run. There you go, thank you.
I almost feel stressed now by having told you that I had to go to another meeting. I mean, one of the aspects that you've brought up is the ability to move around and have exercise and enjoy the city, the happy city. And I just want to update you guys on one project that we're currently looking at, and we call it Walking with Wheels. It's quite funny that Louis walks in because he's also working on it. So, and I'd not expected you here. And it is really is the ability for people to get around in the city. So as we've got an aging city, the ability to move around and have access and so on is extremely important. Just my own experience. When I am in a down mood, the only way for me to get myself out of it without drugs would be to go and do a walk. Now, the best thing is, of course, when you're fit, you can go hike a mountain in Hong Kong. And two days of hiking mountains, you're fine. You know, that solves. You don't have to go to the doctor and you can avoid having drugs. But I mean, seriously, exercise and getting out and just moving and walking, I think is one of the best things that help people to stay ahead of themselves and keep themselves ahead of the doctors. And just think of it when you're getting older and when mobility decreases. So I started to take photographs of people that walk with wheels, and it's pretty much where I hang out. So Sheung Wan is now a big area where I hang out because my office is there, and I park my bike in that car park there. And I've just taken photographs at random for several months. It's kind of Kennedy Town. But very few of these photographs of people in wheelchairs are found in Central. Meaning that those who are with wheelchairs cannot get to Central. You find them close to the housing estates, but you don't find them in Central a lot. So that's one group that we really have to think about if we want to try to improve the city. People that get older and have to get around with various devices. And I'm just flashing you through this in terms of collections of photographs taken just at the street. And then there's, of course, mothers with prams. The ability to get around our city is, and there used to be a site for mothers with prams. They had their own website on Facebook, just to help each other, to remind each other how you can get around when you have a little kid in this town. And the ability to get around is pretty tough with prams. Now, I hope to convince government to spend more thought on this and make it easier for people to get around who have disabilities and therefore are very restricted in their movements and therefore then are not enjoying the benefit of exercise and getting around. And my big argument for them is going to be that if you don't believe in the social side of things, you can think of the transport benefits of improving the city for people with wheels. This is, of course, in our city. And transport benefits, think of people that go on traveling, but also think of the transport benefit is in the ability to disconnect the location of where the transport, the vehicles drop off people and where they gotta be. The moment we can do that, we can widen footpaths. The big obstacles right now to improving our streets and making sure people get around is the fact that always that the truck has to park right in front of the building. So if we can make sure that people can wheel things back and forth, and if I go beyond the suitcases to what I believe are the majority of those, there's all of these people. If they can, if their truck can be parked 3 streets further away from the building and they can move around easily, then we can improve the streets for everybody that has disabilities. And the benefit of that is, of course, is this argument that if all of these guys can move around better is convincing transport departments to make changes to our street design and the loading and unloading areas for trucks and so on. And if we can do that, then we can widen pavements and make it easier for all of us to get around. And if we can all get easier around, then we have more exercise. So this is a project that we're currently working on. Louis is all pulling it together. It's called Walking with Wheels. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul.